all of you guys are very inspiring, so thank you. Drew, in your bio, you wrote, let's see, the statement in your bio about merging your passions to help others pursue their passions. What made you passionate about helping others pursue their passions?
I would say, well, the struggle, the failure, I've kind of experienced it a lot in my time here personally, in business, as an actor. I moved out here and I probably spent at least my first 8 months living on the floor of a tiny studio, which probably a lot of people have similar stories. You know, I think I was looking for a way to basically to allow people to spend their time the way they want to by creating something like Upcast that you don't have to worry about. I had friends that were, you know, taking off of work, looking for coverage, literally losing money just to go, you know, drive across town and literally willing to not be able to make rent to go to an audition. And just by, you know, saving those few hours of time for people and for myself to be able to pursue other passions, I just think that it's important to be able to do everything. And kind of a slogan that I kind of say is like to not quit your daydream. That's kind of our goal. It's like so you can spend time doing everything you love, and hopefully that becomes a reality. But it's so much more rewarding to potentially help thousands of people book jobs than how good it feels to book a job for yourself.
I just think that it's a part of what we do as artists in general. I think all of us in this room are actors and singers, and I think most of us feel that way in the work itself is all about giving back. That's what we've started doing this for in the first place. And I think when we're not doing that, it just creates a sort of void. And so to find something that you can, when you're in between opportunities, to continue doing that work of giving back and sharing what you have in a new way only enhances the daily process of acting and singing and all of that.
I don't know if it's like this in acting, but in the singing world, like when I'm teaching voice lessons, and I'm sure, like AJ, you can relate to this too, a lot of times the lessons become therapy. And I'm so not a licensed therapist.
Yes, it is like that in acting as well.
But it's amazing. It's amazing you have so many of these relationships that become very intimate just on a spiritual kind of level, where you get to help them through things that may not even have anything to do with the voice at all. Like just recently, I was talking to somebody and they were so worried about their age. You know, they're in there for voice lessons, they're trying to still get into business, whatever. And that in our world is like one of the worst things that you can ever surrender to, is being at that place where you feel like I missed my opportunity or I'm not there yet. Because I was talking to Jen earlier in the back room, that success is the continuing process. Success is not the one gig, because you get that gig and then that gig's over, right? You're only as good as that last gig. So you're always looking ahead. So if you can get to where you enjoy the process of, you know, whatever it is, the passion, the teaching, the singing, the acting, and keep your focus to where you're not looking at other people and because you're going to always find somebody that's you assume is more successful. Like I didn't really start working until I was in my late 30s. And it starts getting good when you got 40. You know, it's like it just takes a lot of time. And one of the things too, in the singer world, we always like, how's work? Which basically means, have you done a session lately? And I always say I'm really busy. And a lot of times, I know they assume, oh, well, he's doing a lot of sessions. And a lot of times, quite the contrary now. But I'm either writing a book, or I'm practicing, or I'm redoing my website, or I'm sending out a newsletter, or something. You mentioned earlier, Drew, the 14-hour days. Those things keep you focused on the things that you need to know to move forward, and not on other people, because comparing yourselves to other people is going to get you off the track.
Yes, can I say something really quick to that, Gerald? I have a friend who's no longer with us, and he told me whenever I got to that point where I was sitting home comparing myself to other people, that's the time where you're supposed to go and practice.
I just want to say really quickly, who here is not from Los Angeles? You weren't born here, raise your hand. All you guys give yourself a hand. You've already made your dream come true, because part of your dream was to come out here and pursue a career. So you've already done that. You've already made your dream come true. The rest is just icing on the cake. But you did it. You said at some point, whether you said, I am going to move to LA and be an actor, and now I'm busy about here in LA being an actor. There's things in this career we do not have control over. So for us, and then for me, to start my own business and to create shows that I help also informing people about resiliency or disability rights. It's still hard work, because I still have to market, but it gives me that sense of my own control and my own destiny, and that's why I do it. And I love teaching. I mean, I come from a family of teachers. I love teaching. I just do it in a different way. I don't do it the way my grandmother did it in the classroom. I do it through my work as an actor, and a facilitator. And that's why I do it, because I love it.
What I love is when I'm in the room with my peeps, as I call them, and we'll do some very personal work, like some of the work I'll do works with personal monologues. And somebody gets up and tells their story, and at that moment, that gesture of reminding all of us that we're human, which is to me what this is all about, and that small gesture becomes so important. I feel that we get so caught up in defining our success in terms that are way outside of our control and have to do with, the money and the external factors of the business, when really the small gesture of whatever, of directing a play, of working with actors, of teaching, is by committing yourself to that, in some small way, I feel like you are doing a great service to the world by committing to the process, by committing to the small gesture,